Hey, what's up? It's the first month. Sorry, I always do this. It's the first day of the month of May, and it's May 1st. And it's Wednesday. I woke up. It's like 7:30, trying to, you know, you normally wake up at 8, but I woke up at 7:30. I set my alarm clock just to be early or ahead to what I'm planning to do still because I haven't edited my videos. Well, actually, until now, I haven't edited them yet. But anyway, I went back to a little nap and still woke up before 8 and had my shower. And then I forced myself to eat breakfast. I don't know why I don't feel like eating breakfast, but I have to. So I cooked eggs and the Italian bread that I have. That's it. But I'm forcing myself to eat that. So I did some multitasking. I just washed some dishes while eating and everything rather than just sitting down and eat. I cannot do that just sitting down, especially by myself. And then Steve knocked on the door and asking, "You want to come with me?" I said, "Yeah." Within 30 minutes, we'll leave. Suddenly he gave me a call and said, "Oh, I have to rush to go to the warehouse." Okay, but I know that we don't have to rush anything. Maybe he has some whatever. So he said, "Come, just join with Robert." So I prepared myself. By 9 o'clock, we left. We drove the truck because I have the piles of woods that I cleaned up yesterday, and when we reached the warehouse, I threw them in a dumpster because it's bigger. It's hard for us to throw it in our garbage here. And tomorrow or the next day, probably when it clears up for the dumpster, I'm going to throw those other woods like the doors we have. And I told that to Dan, but he said it's better to cut it off so at least we can fall into pieces and then bring it back there. I mean, bring it to the warehouse. So after that, I pulled out like the arrangement for four arrangement going to Kravis. I drove to Kravis, and there was like school buses there because I think there was a field trip for the kids. The mini theater there, but I still went, of course, to the rehearsal hall to deliver those arrangements. And Tracy was happy, who was in charge of that, and she gave us the check and went back to the warehouse. And I was planning to, of course, use the computer, but I haven't done it again because Steve was using the his computer, and I don't want to bother him. So I decided to. What did I do? Oh, we planned for the party. Supposedly May 3rd, the Friday for the party, because last year it was May 3rd as well. It was Thursday, and it was Robert's birthday as well as their anniversary with Steve, and we planned to do that. And Andy came. Wait, that was after lunch. So we went first because just what I'm doing, calling up people, confirming them about the party, and we decided to do what with the food for the party. It would be at Andy's place in West Palm Beach near the Mar-a-Lago on Southern Boulevard. So we went first to have lunch at. We went for lunch first. At the Thai Bay. It's a Thai restaurant beside the Chicago hot dogs that we usually go to in our place, and we tried it. We have free soup, but the noodle that I ordered wasn't really. I don't know. Maybe it's my taste buds. I wasn't really that. I was hungry, but when I tasted it, it was like, so I couldn't finish the whole thing. I had it packed for, I packed the half of it and have it for to go. We went back to the warehouse. Then after a while, Andy came and discussed about the party. And I did a strike for the Krabby Center and came back again to the warehouse. Steve left as well as Andy, and I came back. And of course, Roger was there. Debbie was there. They're doing some photo shoot. Angie left Michael, her son, to Debbie because they're having a luncheon with for the school for Madeline because the brothers and sisters, but they have different school. And then Nancy gave us like a gift, like because somebody gave them some donuts and coffee. So that was in the morning breakfast for us too. I just to interject that. And then I was, we planned after that, and by 4 o'clock we left. Oh, actually, Debbie was still there, and oh no, they left. What am I doing? They left for the photo shoot rather, and we were the last one to leave the warehouse. So by 4 o'clock, we left and we drove back home. At the time, Remo was already here because he was concerned about the kittens because there's supposed to be a big rain, and they don't want that. He doesn't want that thing to happen again like yesterday. So he placed them in the when it was about to rain. He placed them in my bathroom first with the kitty litter and the little cage, and they were sleeping. And I closed the door first, and then I went with Remo. We went to Steak and Shake down in Boynton for our dinner, and I have the red velvet shake. Of course, shake, you have to be there. And we tried the herbs and parmesan cheese fries. It really tastes good. I have the chili spaghetti, but I wasn't fan of the beans, so I just had the chili, so the taste of it. And he had the hot dog, the foot-long Chicago hot dog. And Daniel, who's Jamaican Puerto Rican, he said this Latigro. So what is Latigro? And it's for you to find out, because of course he's Jamaican and Puerto Rican. But we created our own version for him. His Puerto Rican or Jarican. There we go, Jarican or Puerto Rican. And I told him about that, and he was happy. Oh, that's great. So after that, we went to Walmart and bought some things for myself and him. I had kefir, like what David told me, at least for my to balance my digestive system for that. So now to operate some constipation or diarrhea or something. I had also the cheese. He got a cheese too. I can't remember what kind of cheese. It was a nice one, and we tried that. I bought also. Oh, I have the list. Of course, my vitamins and milk, and the laundry. Very simple only. I can't decide until now what one to eat. For breakfast, I can't think. Even though I cook the egg, I don't feel like eating them. So there's something wrong with me. I don't know what kind of food do I eat. Like Steak and Shake, I can't decide even what to eat then. And I have no time to cook. If Dan is there, it will take a while. So we'd rather go out. So after that, we went to Home Depot, and he returned his table that he bought. He wasn't happy with it because it's get about to warp. So before it gets warped, rather return it. So return it, and we just strolled around and went to the garden area because I was planning to buy the square for the orchids, but it's a little bit expensive. And I found the hanging thing, the metal, and I said, well, maybe I just buy that thing that hangs, because what was broken for the plants, the container were the hangers. So I'd rather attach it to the plastic thingy and just hang it again. So I'll do it tomorrow. And then we went home and we watched The Middle, which is freaking funny. When the mother loves to take pictures and put it on Facebook, but the daughter has to sleep over with her friends, but she doesn't want to bother. She doesn't want to be bothered by that. And then we had the new guy, the new one. Like, oh, I can remember the title. It's like the father who's a handyman got stressed and got stroked, or not really stroked. He got sick, and his son came back and he wants to help him and put the business back. But everything got chaotic, and it's funny. And with his aunt. That lady was the one for the wife of Kevin James for King of Queens. And then we watched Modern Family. Of course, it's freaking funny as usual. Well, Lily had had this fairy tooth. What do you call that? For the tooth. Oh my God, I can't remember that. The Tooth Fairy, and she got $100, which is too much. So at the end, it was okay. And then we had, of course, How to Live with Your Pets for the Rest of Your Life. It was a nice story too. It's hard to explain. And so then Dan left after watching it, and now I'm planning, hopefully, to edit my videos because I haven't posted them again. And in the Philippines, it's already like 10 o'clock or past 10-ish in the morning. And my brother sent me a mail from Facebook that I didn't know. I thought it was May 6th for his interview for the U.S. Embassy. So he said it will be today. So I gave him advice that in case, because he doesn't know about my status here, and now he knew about it because, we've having hard time to communicate. I hope, and I'm hoping, pray that he passed the interview. That he'll be given a working visa or a tourist visa or whatever visa for the U.S. so he can work for the movie the TV series that he's working on in the Philippines. I'm hoping for that one. So that's what happened. And actually, that afternoon I was writing the invitation for our party, which actually Robert the reason we moved it, or we made it for May 3rd, even though we was planning for the second week of May, because it's more we're more open with the schedules, because of Dan, because of Remo, because he said he'd be leaving on the 7th, and only to find out that he must he's still undecided if he can extend his time. And so it was like tough for us to push everything on May 3rd, and the weather was bad, and they said the weather might be still raining on Friday. So now I told Robert about it. I can call everybody, even though I sent an invitation already, that I can tell them I could postpone it. So I decided to postpone it on the 3rd, which is May 9th. And because the weather would be nice, they check the weather, and everything, most of the people are available. So I called everybody again, even though I sent the invitation. I said I'll be sending it again with the correct date, and this house is available. So we're doing the party on the 9th, and actually the couple, Jose and Dan, their friends, will be coming next week, so they'll be joining us as well. Robert will be leaving on the 4th, going to visit his best friend in Portland, Oregon, Brooke, and he'll be back by Tuesday as well. So that's what happened. Hope everything will be fine, and I'm praying for my brother for that one, and thanks for following my journey. Oops, one more thing. I just found out, not even just found out, I've been learning about this. I'll tell you the story sooner, but not now, but just letting you know that I starting to become, not really starting to become, but I am actually ambidextrous. So that would be a nice topic for me, and demonstrate to you how's my level of if you might say so, the word ambidextricity, or being ambidextrous, because I was having fun, because I'm a righty. But I was able to write my left hand on the board with the announcement. It's like, oh my god! And then I could also write my name in cartoons, both of my hands at the same time. And it's fun. But I'll demonstrate to you guys next time for that one. All right. So something that I found and discovered myself, and I have to develop it. So when I'm ready, I'll let you know. Thanks. This is Louis saying good night. Bye bye.